Modern litigation preparation requires navigating thousands of pages of unstructured evidence. Before a trial even begins, legal teams must process vast collections of witness statements, affidavits, complaints, and depositions. During this review phase, a litigator's primary goal is not basic reading comprehension. They already know the general narrative. Instead, they are actively searching the text for specific anomalies. In a legal context, an anomaly is a subtle contradiction, a critical omission, or a shifting timeline buried deep within the prose, often separated by dozens of pages. Identifying these gaps manually requires holding a specific claim from page 2 in your memory and recognizing when it collides with a contradictory assertion buried in a deposition transcript on page 40. This creates a significant opportunity cost. Highly skilled attorneys end up spending hours acting as manual data sorters rather than focusing on strategic legal thinking. Finding these hidden inconsistencies is the most tedious part of preparation, but isolating them is the necessary foundation for a successful cross-examination. The legal industry has seen a recent influx of generic AI chatbots promising to speed up this review process. However, these conversational tools possess a core operational flaw. They treat complex, highly sensitive legal testimony as simple text to be condensed. This diagram illustrates a flaw known as the summarization fallacy. It is the assumption that a shorter, condensed document is inherently a more useful document for trial preparation. By design, summarization algorithms mathematically prioritize broad consensus across a text. To generate a readable summary, they discard statistical outliers and granular details. In litigation, those discarded outliers, the tiny, isolated inconsistencies, are exactly the evidence a lawyer needs to test a witness's reliability. Standard AI often removes the VUBS details a lawyer is looking for. The actual requirement is a system capable of extracting and structuring data without losing contextual detail. To be effective, legal AI must operate as a deterministic data extraction engine, not a conversational summarizer. This architectural roadmap for CrossEx AI is a structured workflow designed to replace summarization. The process begins at step 1, ingesting the raw, unstructured witness statement. It then moves to step 2, fact extraction, converting narrative text into a structured database of claims. In this diagram, we see the mechanics of step 2. The engine parses narrative prose, isolating individual material facts from their original paragraph structure. These facts reorganize into a rigid data table, separating the timestamp, specific event, and exact source quote. Attaching the exact source quote directly to the extracted fact ensures rigorous evidentiary tracking, allowing the attorney to instantly verify the origin of any claim. At this stage, the testimony has been completely removed from its narrative format. By converting prose into a rigid data structure, the witness's claims are now fully prepped for algorithmic scrutiny. This timeline visualization demonstrates step 3, timeline analysis. The system plots a first claim. The witness arrived at exactly 8 p.m. Next, it plots a second claim, reaching the location at 7:45 p.m. The engine detects the 15-minute collision, flagging this credibility threat. Once the anomaly is flagged, the workflow advances to step 4, question generation. The system formulates a response directly targeting the collision. The output is a structured cross-examination question. It pits the 8 p.m. claim against the 7:45 p.m. claim, forcing the witness to address the discrepancy. Because this question is generated strictly from the structured data table, it introduces zero hallucinations or outside assumptions into the analysis. By automating this detection, the system delivers a targeted questioning opportunity to the lawyer, bypassing the need to search for the specific timing error manually. Relying blindly on automated output in a live courtroom introduces professional risk. The technology must serve the attorney, not replace their judgment. Looking at steps 5 and 6 of the interface, we see CrossEx AI's human-in-the-loop architecture. Step 5 enforces a mandatory review protocol. The attorney must manually read, edit, and approve every generated question. Unapproved questions remain locked. Once the review is complete, Step 6 allows the attorney to compile the finalized approved questions into a cohesive strategy. The finalized output is exported as a usable DOCX or PDF artifact, formatted and ready for inclusion in the physical trial binder. CrossEx AI does not litigate. It functions as an analytical assistant that keeps the attorney in absolute control of the final work product. Looking at the bottom panel, we see the architecture that makes this possible. CrossEx AI is an ANA-native application, relying on structured user interfaces and direct tool invocation. It utilizes persistent state architecture, securely retaining memory of complex case files without constant re-uploading. While it begins with single document analysis, this deterministic framework is designed to scale. The same contradiction engine is being developed to deploy across multi-witness comparisons, analyzing thousands of pages of full deposition transcripts simultaneously. By replacing the summarization fallacy with a protocol of structured extraction, litigators can analyze evidence faster, question smarter, and reduce the time required for trial preparation.